Του αρέσει πάρα πολύ να περπατάει και να τρέχει με το ποδαράκι του. Γενικώς είναι ένα σκυλάκι το οποίο δεν έχει κανένα πρόβλημα.
Του τι θέλεις λιχουδιά όμως?
Την πετάς από πίσω σου τη λιχουδιά.
Ναι, λίγο πιο μακριά.
Την έδωσε.
Ναι.
I was watching this video and I was thinking how this dog is chill, even if it's missing two of its own legs. And I kind of knew what was happening. I knew that us, as people, a lot of times we will not be so chill if we find ourselves in such a situation. Then I knew what's the difference between us and the dogs, and it's that the dog is in the present moment. It is not suffering the thought of the past circumstances which led to the loss of its legs. It doesn't live with that regret, with that guilt, with that sadness, but it's also not suffering the anticipation of the future and the possible consequences that it might have from missing its two legs. They won't think about their past or the future, and that saves them so much suffering. Now, the dog is a dog, obviously, and you're a human being, and it's within your nature to recall your past and to anticipate your future. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just trying to make a point. You think that I'm talking nonsense, but just take a moment and think. Sit down and consider your situation. If you're feeling unwell, if you're feeling miserable, if you're feeling sad or anything else, I want you to sit down and be present and consider your situation. Look around. Is everything as terrible as you feel it is? Does your current situation represent your terrible internal condition? Are your circumstances, as you're experiencing them right now, the actual cause of your suffering? And you will probably find that this is not the case. You will probably find that your suffering is rooted in either the recollection of the past or the anticipation of the future. Now, I'm not saying that this is not enough reason for you to be feeling unwell. I'm not saying that your feelings are invalidated in any way. I'm just trying to make a point. I'm just trying to bring it to your attention that most of your suffering is not right now. It is either before or after. And to be more specific, your real suffering is actually in the resistance of the past or the future. If you were to just make up your mind that, you know what, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I don't care. I'm going to deal with it. Then you will probably see that it could still be a negative situation, but it wouldn't make you suffer. To see a possible future which you don't really like and to want to prevent it, it will inevitably involve some kind of resistance. And that's understandable. It is very well within your nature to want to try to have things go your way. It's just a question of after which point does this anticipation of the future goes from serving you to making you suffer. Your stress is there to push you to change an undesired situation. The question is, how long have you been stressing about it? And how much did that situation change? In other words, how much did that stress serve you? And if not much at all, then perhaps a different approach would be better. There is also the question of, do you really actually know what you want? Is that which you're stressing so much about what you actually want? I will tell you what I think is true a lot of times. I think that you could be split between your own true desires, your own needs, and that which you understand is expected from you, from your parents or your culture or your society or anything. And so you cannot make up your mind about whether you're going to pursue that which you need and that which you want, or if you're going to pursue that which you understand is expected from you. I think that if you are entirely about your own needs, you will probably ditch a bunch of the things which you're after. The careers and the statuses and the cars and everything. And even without all of the things which you're chasing, even with having very few things, you will still probably be really content. So I think that a lot of the things which you're pursuing are not really about your own needs. They are about wanting to provide for somebody else and wanting to facilitate their own needs. Or you are pursuing things so as to acquire something, whether it is money, status, cars, whatever, so as to become more attractive and get other people. And again, I'm not saying that any of this is misplaced or that it's wrong that you're doing this. If you're doing it, it's part of your human nature. There is a reason that you're doing it. It's just a question of how much is this approach to life serving you. And if your answer is not so much at all, I haven't been well for years, then the question is maybe a different approach is in order. I will ask you one more question and I will leave you with it. You want to attract somebody or you want to provide for somebody? In which position do you think you will be better able to do this? By living a life in which you're miserable and your own needs are unattended, or by living a life in which you're content? Do you think you could healthily facilitate somebody else's needs when your own aren't met? I think it's possible, but I think it's also possible that if you sacrifice for somebody else's needs, it will likely make you resentful of them. Or you will probably end up demanding things from them which you shouldn't necessarily be entitled to. And if you didn't get the point which I'm trying to make, something, blah, 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 abusive parents. Something, blah, 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 abusive relationships.